Kimberly, who is in the stream today, I've got your question next. How can you be sure of your path? This one has multi-parts to it, so I'll read them all and then I'll go one by one. How can you be sure of your path? How can you be so sure of something deep in your soul and have enough strength to surrender to that feeling with no guarantee of it coming to fruition? Okay, so let's take the first one. How can you be sure of your path? Well, you can't. Sort of relates to the first question from Michelle, doesn't it? See, they're getting slower running down the stairs because my cats are catnip buzzed. No, it really is. We don't know that there's no need for the grace of hope or the grace of faith if you already know. Now, that's not to say that confidence can't have its place in all of this. Confidence is definitely, for me, a solar plexus thing. So if we connect that with the graces in the solar plexus, for example, the grace of understanding, to understand that I don't understand, but that I'm being guided. Grant me the grace of understanding to feel not just what the guidance is, but that I am guided at all times. That guidance is constant. Help me understand how I deflect and deny that guidance. Because as we said in the last grace stream for Ostara, knowledge is up here, understanding. Isn't that funny? Understanding stands under knowledge, right? So that's why the gateway grace of humility, hope, and endurance is so key for me, because grace of humility, I know that I don't know, but I'm willing to be shown. Day to day, sometimes several times a day, depending on the day. The grace of hope that I alone do nothing, but with the gods all things are possible, and that somehow there is a divine plan that is unfuck-upable going on, right? And the grace of endurance that I can call upon the strength of the soul and the spirit and the gods themselves if necessary, to endure whatever rises within me or comes at me from this as something that is here to make me better. Yikes. And then, you know, all of those other graces, the grace of discernment. How can I be sure of my path? Well, if something doesn't feel right in these lower three chakras, that's guidance. Let me stop in that moment and breathe and check in and make sure that that kid is okay in there. It's trying to tell me something, all right? Now, the second part of this, how can you be so sure of something deep in your soul and have enough strength to surrender to that feeling with no guarantee of it coming to fruition? No one gets a guarantee. Oh, all right. I have to go back into something I've been teaching for a long time, but I haven't said as often. Not only does no one get a guarantee, if anybody knew how these plans work out in advance, we wouldn't go for it. For example, if Gandhi had known that he was going to be assassinated when he first started, remember, he was a lawyer in England. If he had known that he was going to be assassinated, wouldn't he have stayed a lawyer, right? If Jesus had known he was going to be crucified, wouldn't he have stayed a carpenter, right? In other words, we're not given the knowledge and the understanding until we're ready for it. And I don't think there's anything that we can really do to negotiate that or bargain that so that it happens faster, because everything that's happening on our paths right this second is perfect. Now, the Course in Miracles even has this lesson in the workbook, let all things be exactly as they are, which, you know, the ego, your resistance, your own whatever is so like, screw that. No, I want it this way. What am I like when I don't get my way, right? But grant me the grace of understanding here in my belly that all things are exactly as they need to be. And then I can chillax a little bit and I can breathe and I can trust that whatever it is that I'm feeling may or may not be the be-all, end-all telling me that I'm going to make it all the way there. Nobody gets that. Nobody gets that. Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. Take quantum threads and string theory into it. Oh, there's no end to the infinite varieties and variants of one of us, right? Infinite variety. That's a whole other conversation. I had that with Jill yesterday. I think we blew each other's minds during that conversation. Yeah, there is no guarantee. I have never been given a guarantee. It's not a really good heroic journey. If the hero is told in Act 1 what happens in Act 10, yeah, take the journey. It's all going to work out fine. You're going to get what you want. You get the girl. You get the gold. You slay the dragon, which I'm not big on slaying dragons, but whatever. Embracing demons, not slaying dragons. So that's why a daily practice, not daily spiritual busy work, but that daily thing of, okay, I know that I don't know. I'm willing to be shown. I'm willing to do whatever is necessary, not just in terms of action, but I am willing to trust the only guarantee that I have, that if I keep loving what rises, I'm going to heal. That's a guarantee. That if I keep breathing, staying in the present moment, not that we have to try to stay in the present moment is a given, right? But the more that I can return my awareness to my breath, the more that I can be honest with what I'm feeling about where I am with having no guarantee. Confusion, fear, trepidation, loneliness, terror, right? Did you hear that? The catnip is kicked in upstairs. Then I can guarantee that I will heal. And it's not that we're being constantly tested. Well, we are being tested, but it's not a pass-fail. It's a litmus test. It's a pH balance test. Are they ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Your makeup is terrible. Sorry, a little Alaska Thunderfuck 5000 for you. So, Kimberly, I hope that helped. And, you know, a lot of the spiritual counseling I do with people, it's about that. Well, how do I know? How will I know if he really loves me? Sorry, Whitney. Go back to sleep. All right, let's move on with that one. I love doing these. Obviously, these are fun for me. Okay.